called ourselves JTime360. So it was like Justin and Josh. The J stood for both of those, and then Time just came. It just kind of stuck from my name. And then 360, everything else was taken, so the numbers just kind of stayed there so we could keep things consistent. But whenever it came down to making our YouTube channel, we couldn't figure out how to put numbers in our name. And I swear that setting up a YouTube channel is completely different than it is now, because I tried for like an hour, or I tried for a while to get numbers in there, and I swear I couldn't. And we kind of just sat there brainstorming, like, what do we do? We could try Time Ego, which is 360 put into letters, but it just didn't have the ring that I wanted it to have. So yeah, it didn't take me that long that I just came up with Dio. Dio stands.
Walk away from that. I don't want no part.
There he is.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Oh my god. Prepare yourself for the most epic video you have ever seen in your life. Today we face off the modded Ender Dragon. Not only is he stronger, faster, smarter, and even has the power to destroy hundreds of blocks at a time. He's throwing obsidian. That's not legal. Today I make the most ultimate army to take him on. An army of Minecraft girlfriends. Welcome to part 3 of the most modded Minecraft experience ever. I had to start a new world though because I deleted the old one on stream accidentally. But I learned so much that I regained everything I lost in 1/10 the time.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about perhaps one of your favorite YouTubers and an editor from Soar Gaming, Mr. Beast and Soar Turner. Now, this is a situation that unfolded on Twitter overnight. Some very serious accusations were made against Mr. Beast by Turner. Actually, allegations that I would say could be very career damaging, and they didn't necessarily go viral, but they definitely got popular enough within the YouTube community and, well, I guess within my circle for me to notice it. I got this information initially from Boblax. He was kind of like the first person that I really kind of got this on my radar from. And before we go any further, I want to remind everyone that this is just my initial thoughts on the situation. It's definitely bound to change if new information comes out regarding anything. If anything, I hope that Turner can provide evidence for his claims if they are in fact true. But if he's lying, I hope that it gets brought to light, and I hope that Mr. Beast doesn't have his reputation ruined if that is the case. And when Turner drops this video that he's purportedly making, I will make an update video talking about it, but for now, let's talk about what's already out here in the open. Let's talk about the quote-unquote evidence, talk about what we've seen, and kind of go through things and see if we can kind of make at least some. According to Turner himself, they were quite literally funding his future endeavors by allowing him to continue this work under Mr. Beast.
We're still gonna pay you for a while, and that is basically funding my trip to backpack across Asia, which is so insane.
Now, everything you just saw here, at least to me, indicates that Mr. Beast treated him not only with basic respect and basic human dignity, but actually went above and beyond, all from his own words in a video on his YouTube channel. They housed him, they basically fed him, they paid him, they gave him work. That's a pretty good gig, you know what I'm saying? Especially for someone who's already made it clear that they're not gonna be with the company come a couple weeks, a couple months. You know what I'm saying? That's something a lot of companies are not gonna do. That's even something a lot of YouTubers are not going to do. Well, anyways, fast forward a year later, things maybe aren't working out as great as they should have. Maybe opportunities have closed up here and there. We aren't in the position maybe that we wanted to be in. We'll get into that here in a little bit. And now all these accusations are now being made against Mr. Beast. He's now a horrible guy who's done these horrible things to Turner. He's a mean person, which obviously this seems to contradict a lot of what was being said just a few minutes ago. Now, the claims being made are that Mr. Beast would apparently verbally berate Turner, would call him mentally retarded, lock him in a room for a week to work, and would get so enraged at his failures to produce worthy content that he would apparently delete the project files to videos right in front of Turner to make him start all over again. These are just some of the things that have been accused against Mr. Beast by Turner. I'm sure that maybe in the video coming out from Turner, there might even be more accusations. But when it comes down to deleting the project files, at least, this doesn't even make sense, because I mean, why would Mr. Beast do this? Why would he go all out of his way to do this out of spite? I mean, he's risking his reputation just by doing that, because obviously this can come out that he would do something like this. It's obviously going to cost more money because it's delaying the release of videos that earn revenue. He has to pay the editor for more work for longer, and he's just acting out of spite over something very petty. Like, it's just nonsensical pretty much on all avenues for him to act that way pretty much altogether. Like, there's no way that he would logically come to that conclusion. There's just way too much for him to lose. Now, apparently, the working culture was also horrible. The momager, as Turner will often call the manager, which I'm assuming is Mr. Beast's mom, would completely dismiss Turner's concerns about what was going on, and whenever an issue would arise, they would have panic meetings to cover things up. But at the same time, Mr. Beast was the greatest person ever, was literally housing this guy, paying him off on top of that, and funding his future trips. So let's go ahead and get into what we know. So, Turner was asked why he had a video called The Best Year of His Life with Mr. Beast as the thumbnail up on his channel by someone on Twitter. He claimed this was a coincidence by random YouTube thumbnail, which I can actually say, YouTube does select random thumbnails for videos if you don't upload one, and it will select moments from your video where, you know, the camera work is really still, there's a clean shot, things like that, and well, it is pretty possible. But then they asked why he was even part of the video if he was so abusive, which obviously if someone's just horrible to you, you wouldn't make them part of your best year of my life video, you know. His response to this question was quote-unquote, fun times still. He was mentally abused so badly to the point that he claimed he was like disheveled and was in tears on a daily basis. He didn't want to work there anymore. It was told to everyone like Mr. Beast was essentially ruining his life. But this is apparently still just fun times, according to Turner. Turner was then asked about the non-disclosure agreements, or the NDAs, that he signed under his time working with Mr. Beast, which he spoke about, saying that he had to re-sign them constantly, and he said that he signed it quote-unquote like 10 times for no reason, so he should know what it said. He then goes on to claim that he doesn't know what they'd sue him for because he has no money. A lot of people are claiming that this is a potential reason that he would make all of this stuff up in the first place because, well, obviously he could definitely profit off of a lot of drama on YouTube, you know, getting ad revenue and stuff like that. He makes the claim that when another YouTuber who accused Mr. Beast of wrongdoing made a video, the office that he was working in, Mr. Beast basically, went into panic mode to cover up the situation. Turner himself made public comments on the whole thing, actually, defending Mr. Beast, which you can see here. They quite obviously contradict what was being said by this other person then, and it contradicts what's being said right now. He tries to play this off by saying he was essentially forced into doing this, but I really doubt for some reason that out of literally everyone on Mr. Beast's staff that he would go to just one random editor and say, hey, you, out of literally everyone, the crowd isn't going to recognize as much. I want you to be the one who says that working for me is actually really awesome. Personally, I don't see that being a very likely scenario. Turner clearly could not remember saying any of these things very publicly in his DM conversations that he actually publicly posted to defend himself. He didn't remember publicly